It's August 5th, and if you were standing in Rome today, inside one of the largest churches ever built for the Virgin Mary, you'd see something strange. Rose petals falling from the ceiling, a man-made snowfall in the middle of an Italian summer. This is not decoration, it's a reenactment, because 17 centuries ago, actual snow fell on this exact spot in the height of a blistering Roman August, and it changed the shape of Christian Rome forever. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're marking the feast of the dedication of the Basilica of St. Mary Maggiore, and the miracle that, according to tradition, built it. Section 1. The Vow. In the middle of the 4th century, during the pontificate of Pope Liberius, a wealthy Roman patrician named John and his wife found themselves without an heir. Rather than let their fortune pass to distant relatives, they made a vow. They would give everything they owned to the Virgin Mary, if only she would show them how she wished to be honored. It's a small human detail easy to miss. A childless couple quietly negotiating with heaven about where their legacy should go. And this is where it gets really interesting. Section 2. The Dream and the Snow. On the night of August 4th into the 5th, in the year 358, tradition holds that Mary appeared in a dream, not just to John and his wife, but to Pope Liberius himself, in Rome, at the same hour. Her instruction was the same to all three. Build a church for me on the spot where you find snow the following morning. In Rome, in August, at the height of summer heat that can still melt asphalt today. And when dawn broke, snow had fallen, not across the city, but in one precise place, the summit of the Esquiline Hill. Section 3. Liberius traces the outline. Pope Liberius walked to the hill himself, and according to the legend, used a simple hoe to mark out the footprint of the church directly in the snow, letting the miracle itself become the architect's plan. John funded the construction that followed. For centuries, the church was known as the Basilica Liberi, after the Pope who traced its first lines in a snowfall that should not have existed. Section 4. Ephesus and Sixtus III. Now here's where the story moves from legend into hard historical record. In the year 431, bishops gathered at the Council of Ephesus to settle a furious theological dispute. Was Mary simply the mother of the man Jesus? Or was she, as the Church would formally declare, Theotokos, the mother of God? The council ruled decisively, and almost immediately afterward, Pope Sixtus III rebuilt and enlarged the aging basilica on the Esquiline Hill, dedicating it in direct commemoration of that ruling. This is the event the Church actually asks us to remember every August 5th. Not merely a snowfall, but the moment Rome built its first great monument to a settled question, that the woman from Nazareth had, in the Church's teaching, borne God himself. Section 5. What's still standing? That rebuilt church became Santa Maria Maggiore, St. Mary Major, the largest of more than 80 churches in Rome dedicated to the Virgin. It is the oldest Marian church in the West, still standing largely as it was built, and it houses a relic venerated for 16 centuries as fragments of the manger from Bethlehem. Every August 5th, white petals are still released from the dome of that same basilica, drifting down over the congregation below, a deliberate, yearly echo of the snow that, tradition says, started it all. So whether you take the snowfall as a literal miracle or as a legend layered generations later onto a real and contested doctrine, one fact remains unmoved. This building is the oldest continuous tribute in Rome to a single theological claim, argued and settled at Ephesus 16 centuries ago. What does it mean that this argument still gets a Mass and a snowfall of petals every single year on this very day. Thank you so much for learning with us today.